Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, this is Mike Tech Builds. You have joined me through my bedroom refurb. So in this part of the build, we're going to be covering skirting boards. So skirting boards come in all different thicknesses, different materials. You can buy pre-finished ones where they come pre-painted or pre-varnished already, and all you've got to do is glue them on and that's it. You haven't got to do anything to them. But in my case, we'll be fitting MDF skirting boards which come pre-primed already. So once fitted, it would just be a case of filling it, giving it one lick of undercoat and then top coating it maybe once or twice just so you get a really nice finish. But yeah, with that said, let's run through how we're going to start this. A little few things I want to run through with you, just so you do everything correctly. So as we walk into the bedroom, you'll notice the feature wall is along the back wall and the door to the bedroom is directly behind us. So this back wall is the bit of wall that you want to start with the skirting board first of all. So the skirting boards will go across the back, fitted that first, and then you do the sides which butt into the corners, and I'll show you how we're going to do the joints. But this is so you don't see any of the joints from the face of the wall when you walk in. So for our skirting boards, we are going to need some tools and power tools. So first of all, we're going to need a coping saw, tape measure, a hand saw, a mitre chop saw, and then for fixing the skirting boards, we're going to need a nail gun. As we've got soft walls, we can get away with a nail gun. If you've got solid walls and you want to make sure the skirting board's tight up against the wall, you might want to plug and screw it with a drill and combi. Also you're going to need wood glue, and then you're going to need skirting board adhesive. As I've said in previous videos, I've always used multi-purpose silicone just because it's nice and soft, and when it goes up against the wall it flattens and squidgy, and it sets like cement, and I don't have any problems whatsoever. But yeah, with that said, let's crack on. So as you can see, I've cut and fitted the first bit of skirting along here. Like mine, floors are never level and you'll see like a slight gap underneath the skirting boards. Don't worry, the flooring will cover any gaps. Also, because we've had to do panelling on this wall, I've wanted to keep the same margin all the way along, so that's why the skirting board is aligned with the panelling and not the floor. But like I said, any gaps like this, the carpet will cover it, or whatever flooring you're having down. To do our side bit of skirting and to get our joint right, as you can see, I've had to pack it up. This is just to go in line with this. So what I'll do, I'll put a packer here and a packer further down. So what we're going to do, we get our skirting board and butt it up to here. And then what you want to do, you want to get another bit of skirting board. You're going to hold it flat up against this bit of wall and butt it into the side bit, and then with a pencil all we're going to do is draw a line all the way up there, and then that angle is the angle we've got to go into this bit of skirting at the back. So as this is a demonstration, this is just an off-cut bit of skirting board that I wanted to show you with. But what we're going to do, so once we've got our line on the skirting board in front of us, we're going to transfer this onto our mitre saw, put it flat, and then what we're going to do, we're going to tilt our chop saw at 45 angle. You might have to take out these side bits. So once the saw is at 45 angle, this line is the line we want to cut with our mitre saw. So on here, where we can adjust it to go left and right, you're going to want to cut this blade in line with this. If you've got a laser level, if you've got a laser line, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it's very faint. That's roughly the line I want. So I'm going to adjust bottom bit to go in line, which is about there. So my laser line is in line with the blade, and then that angle is the angle we want to cut to fit our skirting board. a few little cuts just so you can get in line, and then as you can see I'm out a little bit, so I'm going to adjust this round a smidge. So this next bit is where your skills come in. So on a trestle, lean your skirting board on there, and then this line we're going to cut with a handsaw, and then this detail we're going to cut with the coping saw. And then when you cut it, cut the handsaw at a slight angle just to make it a little bit easier. And then that line's cut, and then this is all cut out as well. So you should be left with something like this. So once we've got it cut, now we simply slide it into position. And then as you can see, all we've got to do is paint it afterwards, or you can even just caulk a little bit in there, and that is how you do skirting board. So as you can see, we've done our side bits up to our back wall, and then we've also done the other bit of skirting along there. Inside the wardrobe, it strews the mess. We're not going to have any in there because we've got our wardrobe button up to it, and then we've only left with this little external corner here, which I'm about to show you how you do your skirting for this. So we've got our bit of skirting. Again, all we're going to do is kind of cut it and butt it into the door frame. And then again this side, so this bit's going to be butted into the wardrobe over there. We're simply going to draw a line up against that, and then that gives our mitre cut to go this way. And then the same on this bit of skirting, we're going to draw another line up there, and then that'll be cut for the mitre cut as well. So let's draw. So that's one line. That's two, and then what we're going to do, we're going to push them apart, grab our other bit of skirting, and then we're going to butt this up against here, and then on the back we're going to draw another line either side up against that, and then that will give our mitre edges. So we've got two lines, so we'll cut them, cut each side, and then butt it all together and glue it all and pin it all. And then once you've glued and tacked it, hopefully it will look something like this. So as you can see, that's all the skirting boards on now. I think that's all the woodwork complete in the bedroom. So all I've got to do now is go around, bit of caulk here and there, fill the pinholes where I fitted with the nail gun, and then I've got to sand it back. I'll probably use about 120 grit sandpaper. I'll give it one extra coat of undercoat and then top coat it with a white eggshell, or you could use a white gloss, but in the bedroom I think we'll just do a matte eggshell white paint. But yeah, that's all we have time for today. As always, thank you very much for watching my video, much appreciated. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in the next coming videos. Cheers, bye.